Let's do this.
Do I look all right?
My hair look all right.
Swalcliffe Park interviews.
Take one.
All of the students who come to Swalcliffe Park School present with different strengths and areas of difficulty which they need support with.
Our son couldn't grow, flourish, develop, whether that be socially, emotionally, academically, without being in the right place.
The one thing that all the students have in common is that they want to be in school, they are motivated to learn, happy to be adult-led and respond positively to our environment and achieve great outcomes.
Did you have any concerns about becoming a residential student?
I guess just going from living with no one to living with like 10 plus people.
I was both nervous and excited going into residential because obviously it is a big change. I didn't really know what to expect. I know my mum probably didn't like the idea of me disappearing off for a week at a time.
Understandably, parents are anxious at the prospect of a residential placement.
When my son first came to Swalcliffe, his separation anxiety was so bad that he wouldn't leave my side.
When a boy first starts with us at Swalcliffe Park School, we have a transition process which helps them settle in, so they won't come straight into doing a week as a whole at Swalcliffe. They'll start off with 2 or 3 days a week and slowly, gradually build that up.
So I started Monday, Wednesday and Friday.
When a new student arrives at school, we call the parents and introduce ourselves and discuss any concerns they had about staying at school. We can sort that out prior to the student arriving. We then keep in regular contact while they start.
We usually ask how often the parent would like to be contacted, whether that's daily or just on a weekly basis.
Regular contact with all of the staff is a plus, but also it's that open door policy. They're very open about asking for feedback.
If ever there is any concern, who you contact is really clear. You can get through to somebody, and ultimately, the boys can contact you themselves.
Students are able to phone home anytime. There are a number of phones on the houses. We also have a mobile phone for the staff with all the parents' numbers on it.
Parents can be reassured that they'll quickly get to know the staff team working with their children and how sort of friendly and caring we are.
So when you first joined the school, how did you find it?
I didn't really speak to anyone, but then eventually I started speaking to people.
At the beginning I was pretty homesick because I've never done it before.
I think I started video calling my parents.
I had the option to call my mum if I wanted to, so I could keep in contact with her.
I thought I was going to be different to all the others and people might find me a bit weird, but that never happened.
Most of us would have felt alienated in a mainstream environment. So when you come here and there's other people who've had a similar experience, it means you've got that kind of connection immediately.
I joined the school as a day boy. I'm now residential and really do enjoy it. It doesn't feel like you're stranded away from your family.
Yes. I came back one week, her mum was like, oh, you didn't message me at all the past 2 weeks. I guess I've just felt like more comfortable here. That's really cool.
With the support that we have from the staff and the boys being so kind to each other, the atmosphere that we set, I think it slowly settles them in and makes them feel comfortable.
So do you guys enjoy the school?
Yeah, I just really like the school. I actually recently became residential because I like it that much. Also because there's not masses of students, it creates a really tight-knit community where everyone knows each other. That's really beneficial for forming long-term relationships with people.
The people who stay on residential feel like more of an actual friend than just a school friend.
It starts to feel more like a family.
It's a very good school for me.
Since staying overnight in school, my son's confidence has grown that he's able to make friends both inside school and also outside of school.
All the houses like little individual families and everybody supports each other.
When I say to parents, oh, my son's got a residential placement, there's that connotation of it being institutional and austere and dormitories, and it's really anything but like that.
The main difference that I found at this placement is the opportunity to make your room your own.
What things did you bring that helped you settle in?
I brought duvet covers. I was like, yeah, this feels like my room already.
I've got my bed in the corner because I like sleeping in the corner.
A month or two later, I had posters up.
If they need posters, we can purchase all that.
The laptop, the gaming gear and all that sort of thing was the most important thing.
I've put lights in there.
I started the trend for the LED lights and then everyone else just copied it.
I'm wondering where half his bedroom from home has gone.
I don't see it as my room at school, I see it as my room.
Does everyone have a bathroom or are there shared bathrooms as well?
So all rooms have an ensuite.
Just like a hotel.
But there is a communal bathroom with a bathtub.
They have their own key card that allows access for themselves. They are aware staff can come in, but we will not come in without knocking and without your permission.
I feel safe and all my items are safe.
And are you allowed to go into each other's rooms?
No, that is not allowed.
No. But if you do want to meet up with someone, you can just go to the lounge.
The food is just
perfect.
Each day there's different options.
For me, being gluten intolerant, they're really accommodating with my dietary needs.
If you don't like the other options as well, if you ask our cooking team, they'll happily make something for you.
What's your favourite?
Oh, it's got to be the katsu curry, the chicken
Another
katsu
risotto.
curry.
I'm boring. I like the jacket potato.
In the evenings, the boys and staff eat together. We go and collect food from the cafe, and then on the weekends, it's down to the staff. We make lots of different meals, depending on what the boys fancy. We always ask for their opinion.
Each house has at least 4 staff.
They're all fantastic, really.
All the staff on the residential side of the school are all qualified.
They know you. They get to know you, and some people, if they require more help with things, and some people, if they require less help. It's more catered to the needs of the individual rather than a one-size-fits-all situation.
We try to create a really warm and homey atmosphere.
It's very independent space on the residential side. Guidance as opposed to instructions.
Every student here gets a key worker. They set targets based on what you're struggling with.
It's very helpful having a key worker.
Chat to them about how our week's been, what needs to be done next week, if there's any changes.
Sometimes if there's something that I don't feel comfortable about at home or at school, I just tell my key worker.
And do you feel comfortable going to your key workers about any concerns you've got at all whilst you're at school?
Absolutely.
There's no one else who I'd rather go to.
The key worker is their go-to person. They can say, these are the concerns that I've got, or I didn't like that, or I feel uncomfortable with that. And the boys know that they'll be listened to.
We will also inform the parents of any issues that are occurring, and also the positives.
Do you feel safe at school?
Yeah, I feel safe, yeah.
Yeah, I feel really safe.
If I was worried about anything, then I'd be able to talk to someone and it would be adequately dealt with.
If you ever needed something in the night, everyone knows where the staff bedroom is.
I'm never for 1 second worried about his safety here. The staff have the expertise, the rules and processes are here, and the environment's great too.
There's an abundance of activities here. There's tons to do if you want to go out. Yeah, honestly, it's nuts.
We've got the beautiful grounds that the school's based in.
Especially the children that find it really hard to be indoors. They've got 20 acres of fields just to let their energy out.
Often if I'm feeling a bit stressed, I like to go and walk around grounds.
They play volleyball outside. They have a football pitch here.
My favourite is the gym. I like to swim.
Good area of woods and a zip wire in said woods. Couple swing sets, play area thing. There is like a fishing club for the lake.
We've also got a new bouldering room.
We also do more creative activities like art and model making.
DT, where we make laser cut stuff. Cooking, where we make cakes.
I've never sang in public before. It's helped me gain confidence. Got loads of equipment, recording equipment.
We do some activities for the boys who really like gaming.
I'm allowed to do activities outside of school. I go to a writing group that's in Banbury. My passions are definitely supported while I'm here.
You can organise to just go out to, let's say, the cinema. There's always something to do.
We put D&V on.
Day trips as well.
On the weekends, there's typically a weekend trip. That can range from going to Alton Towers to going on a llama walk.
We'll ask them, is there something you want on the list? Is there something you don't like on the list?
Our son went to Comic-Con twice. We would have said, it's going to be too busy, it's going to be too noisy. But yeah, he's really enjoyed that.
Things that I thought he would never do, such as canoeing, climbing mountains, and he's just flourished with them.
He hadn't done any type of sport in school for probably 2 or 3 years. Within a few weeks, he was playing volleyball in the evening, bike riding, and gym too. And we've noticed a real difference in the impact that that's had on mental well-being too.
We involve all the boys in all the activities, but it's their choice whether they join in or not.
You get quite a bit of free time. You could either stay in your room or just sit down in the lounge watching TV or just talking to people.
Sometimes we get boys that join Swalcliffe Park School that have their own interests that aren't on our activity timetable in the evenings, and we do our best to facilitate that and encourage them to continue doing those.
Since starting at Swalcliffe, I know my son is safe, he's cared for, and most of all, he's happy. They really do just feel like a second family.
If someone had told me there was a school like this, I don't think I'd really have believed them.
There's no better place for, it sounds weird, but people like us.
It feels like you're a part of something. It's like an achievement.
Honestly, life-changing. I would not be where I am if I hadn't come to school.
I don't want to go home when the end of the week comes. There's no place like it.
There isn't, that's the thing.
There's nowhere like Swalcliffe in the country.
I will remember this place forever.
If anyone was to ask me, should I send my son here, I would absolutely say yes. It's changed my son's life.